All right, then. It wouldn't go live. I don't know what's going on. I'm running a little bit behind today anyway. It's Friday and it's rest day. And so I got up an hour later and have other stuff to do. One of the things that I should tell you, I guess, is that I'm not doing this tomorrow. The Renaissance Festival started 2 weeks ago, and tomorrow will be my first day to go out there. I'm going to go out and cover lunches in the booth that I have worked for the last, I guess, 5 years now. So yeah, I'm going to go do that. So I'm not going to do this. I'll be back on Sunday, but not tomorrow. I should be back. I'll probably do next Saturday, but I don't know about the rest of November. We may pause Saturdays until the second week in December. It just depends on how much help she decides she needs. You know, if it's been busy and she needs me to go out there and cover lunches, I'm happy to do it. And if she doesn't, then, well, you know, I'm not going to. All right. Let's do the housekeeping. We are doing your spiritual power. So let's do the housekeeping really quick. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. You get one email a week unless something unusual happens. The hot links are hot, and it is a blind CC. Means nobody will see your email. You won't end up on anybody else's email list because of us. So it is a safe bet. And the email tells you what's going on for the week and the month. I think I may have already said that. I don't know. I've been saying it for years, so who knows? And then the last thing I mention is the social media. And I only mention it because, I mean, you're watching this on social media. Now, why I mention it is we do not monetize it. We don't give them money. We don't ask you to give us money through them. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to like, subscribe, follow based on which platform you're on, because we're on most of them. And then engage with the individual posts. If you will react to the post, comment on the post, share the post, it bumps us in the algorithms. And then that lets us, know, or it basically lets the algorithms know that more people should see this stuff. And we think we have good tools, and we hope you agree with us. So it's a free, easy way to support the center. All right. So that's that. All right. Now, this is a collection of some of Ernest Holmes' work that are not found in other places, or are fairly rare. Maybe little booklets or pamphlets that didn't get published in a lot of other places. And they've been very interesting. We are currently in Discover a Richer Life, but we just finished Pray and Prosper. Well, Pray and Prosper, which was an essay that he wrote about about prayer. Now, Discover a Richer Life was a series of articles in the Science of Mind magazine. So that's really cool. And I'm now curious to know how many of his books were actually collections of essays from this, I just haven't figured out the best way to find that out. Although I do know one of the ways. I could just simply ask Reverend Jesse. All right. But we need to get started. Now, the good news is today's topic is only 3 pages, but it's a heavy one in that it's religion. So, religion, something to believe. So let me get my trusty highlighter on the off chance that he says something really interesting. And if you are following along in the book, I am starting on page 194. Okay, so religion, something to believe. Religion means a belief in an invisible, superhuman power. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh. One of those things when something's gonna go wrong. Anytime I mess with the camera angle, I risk it collapsing like that. I just haven't found a good way to keep it the way I want it. I'm still working on it, but here we are. It doesn't collapse that often, so. Okay, back to religion, something to believe. Religion means a belief in an invisible, superhuman power or powers. It is a belief in gods or gods, a system of faith, doctrine, or worship in some form of religion. So far as we know, the religious sense is universal. All people have had some form of worship, ranging from the simplest forms of fetishism, apparently I cannot pronounce that word today, fetishism, to the contemplation of pure spirit and humanity's unity with it. All religions teach the recognition of and the belief in an invisible presence whose power and intelligence is greater than humanity's. The more intellectual forms of religion teach that this invisible presence is an undivided and an invisible unit, an omnipresent reality. My undergraduate degree is in anthropology, and Ernest may be short-shifting some of the simpler faiths, because I think the simpler faiths also think that. They just don't use a lot of words to say that. Just based on my survey of, that. But, or I could say it's just a feeling. Because, science mind is heavy into the feelings as well as the thinking. Worship, in its highest form, is an attempt to identify oneself with the good, the beautiful, and the true, with love, justice, and righteousness. Religious emotion is an aspiration of the soul towards God. Well, that's interesting. That bears something to think about. That bears thinking about. Accompanied by a belief in an overwhelming and an indwelling presence and a desire to unify oneself consciously with this presence. Since all forms of religion have in some measure aspired towards this central goal, however crude many of them may have been, each has been necessary in its day. The permanent progress of humanity is easily marked by the growth of its religious ideals. Well, hello, Dante. The vitality of any religion is to be found in its affirmative and constructive beliefs. The weakness of any religion is found in its superstition, creedal pride, and dogmatic assumptions. Ooh, that's really interesting. Okay. The vitality and the weakness. Okay. People are naturally religious, since through the gift of nature, we all believe in some infinite intelligence or power, insofar as any religion stimulates faith. This faith accomplishes definite results in the life, the character, and the outlook of the individual. Okay. Any religion that does not stimulate a positive faith in the good, the enduring, and the true, which does not give at least some inner conviction of our identity with spirit, is useless. For religion is a way of life, a sentiment so pronounced that it influences every act and imagination, frees the mind, and looses the spirit. Any religion which is based on fear is negative. Its evil neutralizes its good, while too often its good fails to neutralize its evil. Okay. Our thought is torn between two opposites, hence becomes the scene of a continuous struggle of faith and failure take equal sides, doubt and fear balance trust and confidence, and humanity is thrown into a state of complete helplessness. All right. True religion should teach that there is but one ultimate power in the universe, and that power is good, never divided against itself, knowing no opposite and having none, complete within itself, yet forever unfolding. True religion should identify humanity's mind with this eternal reality and teach them that their own life is a manifestation of this universal life, that the highest God and the innermost God are one God, that there are no opposites to good, that all belief in the devil, hell, evil, as things in themselves are myths, fantasies, that's spelled with a PH, not an F. It makes a difference. Think phantasm, or phantom, mistaken concepts. This, the religion of the future, will do. It will teach the identification of oneself with the universal being through the inner awareness, a sense of which all people have, but few people use. Okay, wait, what? This, the religion of the future, will do. It will teach the identification of oneself with this universal being through an inner awareness. Okay. All right. I got it. Because he says that it's a sense that all people have, but few people use. Got it. And that's the thing. I would say that he would argue that pretty much every religion out there has the potential to do this, but fear and control are where we fall. That's where if we let too much fear and too much control creep into the religion, then that's where it fails to stand up to what it could be. Like, every religion is doing some level of this. Okay. The new religion will go further than this and deliberately teach a definite technique by which we will be enabled to consciously remove doubt, fear, and uncertainty from our minds, and in their place, create confidence and trust. After all, our approach to reality is through our own minds and nowhere else. The power of spiritual conviction finds its only avenue of expression through our knowing faculties. All revelation, inspiration, intuition, and guidance, if they are to find concrete expression, must pass through the mind. The mind is the medium through which all knowledge, all faith, all opinion, all philosophy, and all religion operate. Hence, the new religion will teach a spiritual psychology, an idealistic philosophy, and a system of metaphysics designed to consciously create in the mind a recognition and a realization that the eternal is one with humanity, that the creative intelligence of the universe is available to humanity, that the dynamic purposive power which urges everything forward is latent in humanity, and that they can discover this divine presence within them. The religion of the future, then, will of necessity be a universal religion, simple and direct. To which I will simply add, I think that one of the greatest failings of religion is it's tribal. But that's how it started. Until humanity is willing to give up the tribal aspect of our nature, and truly embrace that siblinghood, that we are all siblings, and that we are all divine manifestations of the one, that we are all, religion's going to continue to be messy. Which is why I think Ernest resisted science of mind as a religion. Which is why a lot of times we call it a divine philosophy, because it's a way of life. And he says religion is a way of life. But that's why he didn't want to start a new religion, because he's like, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. And we still are very tribal. We are still very in-group, out-group. And, from space, there are no borders. And that's where Ernest is coming from. In space, there are no borders. So All right. I'm going to move on into the process of my day simply because I'm out of time and that's my own fault. So, but religion, it's a weighty topic. It's a heavy topic, and it is one of my favorite topics. It is one of the things that I have loved because growing up, that's one of the things that I loved doing was studying world religions. It's probably what attracted me to science of mind because Ernest studied world religions. And, and I believe that's the truth. Everybody's got a piece. Nobody's got the whole thing. We benefit each other when we talk to each other. So that is my firm belief. So, all right. But I also grew up in the military and was exposed to a whole lot of different religions. So there we are. All right. So I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day. Hey, let's wrap this week up day. Let's pray for the rain day. No for the rain day. Cuddle your fur babies day, drink plenty of water day, do something just for yourself day, do something for somebody else day. Look in the mirror and see the divine looking back at you day. Enjoy the beginnings of fall day, depending on where you live, because we're just starting to get hints of it here. Day, you got this day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are spirit in motion, God in action, a brilliant light, a divine spark, and an absolutely beautiful masterpiece and work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. My favorite part of that sentence. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godly. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. All right, beloveds. The cat, Dante, was in here. He's still on the couch next to me. That's why you kept seeing his head pop in. He was very distracting today, but it was amazing to have him in here. I wish you could hear his purr. All right. But Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. As I said, I will not be doing this tomorrow, but I'll be back with you around 8:45 on Sunday. So take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.